Hi guys, this is the month of Ramadan and I'd like to wish my Muslim brothers and sisters Selamat berpuasa or happy fasting. May Allah grant you the strength to fulfill all 30 days. Alright? Now I know in this month of Ramadan there's going to be an abundance of food and there are guys out there who are teaching you how to make even more food. So I thought I want to share with you ideas of how you can repurpose your leftovers to make them more exciting and of course for the greater good of not wasting anything in this holy month of Ramadan. So today I'm going to be showing you how we can repurpose rendang, the one dish that comes along once a year and it's found anywhere, everywhere and in every household. So I'm going to be showing you two very simple and easy dishes that you can whip up in literally minutes by using leftover rendang. The first one is a creamy rendang pasta. Now for the pasta, I'm using penne today because I love how penne is hollow in the middle so the gravy of the rendang can be all stuck inside and every bite is just going to be bursting with flavors. However, if you do not have penne, feel free to use any other pastas. You can use macaroni, you can use seashells, you can use spaghetti, linguine, tagliatelle, literally any pasta you like. Now the second dish I'm going to be showing you is how to make a very simple yet delicious rendang puffs. So for our rendang pasta, I have here a pot of water that's boiling. I'm just going to season the water with a little bit of salt. So now that we've got our pasta on the way, remember, always follow the manufacturer given time for the brand of pasta, okay? Now we're going to prepare a couple of other ingredients before we start cooking. So I have here a couple of cloves of garlic that I'm just going to smash and mince. A few sprigs of coriander, just stir it up, rough chop. And some nice cherry tomatoes. Just gonna halve them. Now because the rendang is quite rich and we will be adding more coconut milk to it, so I'm adding some tomatoes for a burst of freshness. Add a little bit of oil. Garlic goes in. Now you want your garlic to be sort of nice and golden. The reason I added the garlic is just to lift this flavor of the rendang pasta. Once you see the garlic starts to turn, now we're going to be adding in the leftover rendang. There we go. Make sure we get some of the gravy in there. Tomatoes goes in. Now, your pasta. Nice, you can smell that rendang, yeah? And the pasta that's just going to absorb all that flavor. Now, we're going to add in our coconut milk. Coconut milk goes in. Give it a little stir. Coriander in. Look at how creamy that looks. Now it's time for a little taste. Nice. Love how creamy it is. Just needs a little bit more salt. Okay, we can turn off the heat and this is ready to be served. Now, for some garnish, I have a couple of sprigs of down Ceylon and some nice fresh coriander. It's creamy, it's delicious. You have that familiar taste of rendang, but it doesn't exactly just taste of rendang. So you know what I mean? It's not that you're having the same taste from last night and if you cook this for sahur, it's going to taste the same. That burst of tomatoes that gives you that nice fresh sweetness, and with the addition of coriander, it just takes this dish to a whole new different level. This is absolutely delicious, something that you definitely have to try. And it's perfect for like sahur, or if you have buka puasa by yourself, a one-person meal, you have a little bit of rendang left over, this is a perfect dish. Or even if you just have a little bit of rendang, you want to feed a big family, you add pasta in here with a little bit of rendang, you can make a dish that feeds the entire family. So now that we've got our pasta rendang out of the way, let's start on with our rendang puffs. Now, if you think that this video has added value to you and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button, okay? And not forgetting the bell on the side so that you get a notification whenever a new video is out. Now, let's say you have an even less amount of rendang like this right now, and you want to serve it anyway because you don't want to waste, right? And you have already prepared another main protein meal for that night. So you can either warm it up and serve it out where everyone will know that this is a leftover rendang dish, or you can turn it into something brand new and exciting. So what we want to do is cut this rendang, beef rendang, into smaller chunks. There we go, nice. Once you've cut everything into small chunks, we're going to combine it back into the gravy. Mix everything together. In a saute pan, bring a little bit of water to a boil. Once the water starts to bubble, add in some frozen peas. Once your peas are nice and plump, remove because we do not want to overcook those peas. Now transfer your peas into the rendang. Give it a good mix. Now into a dry pan, add some oil. Alright, so now that the oil is heating up, I'm just going to peel and dice up some potatoes. Now, what we're doing here by adding the peas, by adding the potatoes, is number one, to create a little bit of volume, and secondly, to give it a variety of texture. So what we're going to do is, we're just going to dice the potatoes. Stack them together, slice down. You want it kind of nice and small so it cooks fast. Now this goes into the hot oil. We want to fry it until it's nice and golden brown. Now that your potatoes are nice and golden, we can start to remove them. Once you've taken your potatoes out, what you're going to do is you want to season your potatoes while they're hot. Get all that nice golden potatoes into the rendang. Once more, give everything a good mix. Now our filling is ready for our rendang puff. Alright, so now that we've combined everything together, it doesn't hurt to give it a little bit of taste. Good. Now I'm going to get my puff pastry. So there we go, we've got a puff pastry. What we want to do is cut them into 4 equal size. Now we're going to be adding this delicious filling right in the middle of our puff pastry. And now we're ready to wrap everything. I forgot the egg wash. Crack 1 egg into a bowl. Add just a splash of water and mix it together. Now just gently using a brush, brush the sides of the puff pastry. And now we're just going to fold this in half. There we go. Pinch the sides. Grab a fork. Just pinch down the pastry. This will help it stick together and also give it a nice design. Now, we apply a gentle layer of egg wash. A nice thin layer. You want to make sure that there's no ponding so that we don't get scrambled eggs on top of our pastry. So I've preheated the oven to about 210 degrees Celsius. Okay, we're going to chuck this in the oven right now. All right, perfect. Now this has been baking for 20 minutes. Yeah, it's perfect golden brown and it's puffed up really nicely. This is so good. You've got the pastry that's really nice and fluffy. You have buttery, the rendang. It really is a fantastic alternative to having like curry puff fillings. Like, you know, either potato with curry or chicken with curry. Having rendang inside just, it makes you feel like it's familiar but different in a very pleasant way. Absolutely delicious. All right guys, so this is our rendang puff recipe. It's so simple to make and you can whip it up so quickly with rendang leftovers. It's perfect for a buka puasa snack before your main meal, even for sahur in the morning. It's nice, it's comforting, it's warm, and it's filling. All right? You can keep this idea for Hari Raya when you have guests visiting over and you have a little bit more rendang left, not enough to serve everybody, but enough to make rendang puffs for everybody. This is when this recipe becomes really useful. And let me know in the comments down below what leftovers that you constantly have and struggle to reserve. And let me help you think of a way to turn it into something brand new, exciting, and delicious. All right, guys, so take care. Once again, selamat berpuasa. This is good.